Hey YouTube. It's been a while. I haven't talked to you guys in quite a bit actually. Every time I say I come back, it's I don't. so here's kind of the story what happened while I'm missing and stuff. But yeah, I think I'll have more time to make videos. I mean, I've said that every time, but I think for now it's kind of for real. Unless something happens in the future where I can't make videos anymore. But yeah, to kind of explain the story of what happened or why I was missing. So let's go back a little bit. So if you guys didn't know, I'm a civil engineer. That's what I do as a living, not aside from YouTube. I don't do YouTube for a living like Simo. I'm a civil engineer. If you guys don't know what that is, a civilization engineer. We engineer stuff that's in the civilization, like the roads, the buildings, um, bridges, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I do. If you're in California, you probably know the 405 freeway and the 5 freeway. I worked on those projects. And if you're in Irvine, I worked on some UCI buildings as well. So yeah, not trying to uh, not trying to ego boost myself or suck my own dick or anything, but yeah, as far as the projects that I worked on. So going back to when I was in college, I went to college at UC Irvine, University of California Irvine. I did that for 4 years. I graduated in civil engineering. So how that works is that when you graduate, you get your bachelor's degree, obviously, and that's like your diploma. And then on top of that, engineers have something called an EIT. So right now, I'm gonna talk about like how you become a civil engineer. Like it's more than just getting a degree and going to work. So for engineering, you take you're in college for 4 years or whatever years you need to take, 5 to 6 or whatever you're like a community college. It's more obviously, but yeah, it's 4 years at UC Irvine. It's five if more than five get kicked out at UC Irvine. But yeah, so I did 4 years, and then on my fourth year, you take something called an EIT, which is called engineering and training. That's also for mechanical engineers and electrical engineers, but it's more advocate for civil engineers because mechanicals and electricals don't really need it to get a job, but it looks really good for a civil engineer to get the job. So you get EIT. You usually take it your fourth year because it's pretty much your exit exam where it's an 8 hour exam that tests you on everything you did on your in school. I think now it's a 6 hour exam, but when I took it, it was twice a year and it was 8 hours. I think now it's 6 hours and it's 6 hours and 60 115 questions, something like that. When I took it, it was 8 hours, 4 hours in the morning. It's 80 questions, and 4 hours in the afternoon. That's 40 questions. So it's really a speed test. But yeah, civil engineer. So I passed that. I took all this engineering training coming out of college. It was really hard finding a job, but I got found a job. And then how it works is that once you get a job, you're on a clock for 2 years. For California, it's 2 years. You need to work for 2 years before you take your professional engineering license, and then you take a test after that. For the 2 years, you to apply, you have to write like an essay or something like that, explain what you did for the 2 years you did. So you just write down all the projects you did and your role and the things you did on that project, and yeah, and then you submit to the state, and then they approve you, and then you take the test. That test is also two times a year. It's in October and April. It's also an 8 hour test, and for California especially, we take three exams. You take the national 8 hour exam, which is the one I just talked about, and then you take two more: seismic exam and survey exam. Only California has these two extra exams, seismic and survey. If you're in any other state, you can just take the professional national exam and you'll be good. Um, but I think other states is more years. I think in Nevada, it's 4 years experience before you take a test. Or oh, I'm sorry, Nevada's 1 year, and like other state, in Texas is 4 years. But depends where you're at. You can look on the website, and then you know how many years you need. So for California, it's 2 years. They actually kind of waived that where you don't need any years, but I'll talk. That's something else. If you have questions about that, I'll explain it in the comments down below. 2 years, and then you take the 8 hour, and then you take a seismic survey, which is 2.5 hours each, and then the 8 hours is 4 hours in the afternoon is general, and then 4 hours in the I'm sorry, 4 hours in the morning is general, and then 4 hours in the afternoon is specialization specific. So you can choose either water, transportation, structures, what's the other one? It's construction or geotechnical or something like that. I took transpo because I worked in transportation. That's why I specialized in college as well. So 4 hours is everyone takes the same 4 hours. You're a civil engineer, and then the next 4 hours you choose. If you're mechanical or electrical, I believe your whole 8 hours is different from us, but we all take it at the same place. Um, so it's only offered twice a year in October and November, and for me, it's closest Pomona because I live in SoCal. Or if you're in more SoCal, it'd be San Diego, would be the nearest testing center. It's like an event center. It's like a YCS. Everyone sits down and take a test. It's like about 2,000 people, and it's really strict and stuff like that. It's open notes. Open notes. You'd think, oh yeah, I can take notes in, but those notes you actually need. You need to bring in reference manuals to get the answers right. So it's like there's tables that you need to do. It's not open notes and like formulas. You should know the formulas because you've been studying. But yeah, it's really insane how much I study about like 300 hours. But so what happened was this now we're going to conclude to what happened. So I took my first exam on October of 2016, around 2017. I took all 3 exams because I wanted to pass and get my license right away. So I took all 3 exams and I failed the 8-hour and the seismic. So I only passed survey. Studying that is like really hardcore. I study like I come home from work 8-hour day or even longer, and then I study for 3 or 4 hours every day. So my schedule would be wake up at 8, go to work, come home at around 6, eat dinner till 7ish, and then study till like 11 or 12 around there. So that was my day for in October it would have been I would study since August. So August, September, October. It's in October. So for 3 months that would be my life. And then so I failed, and then that sucks. So that's why I kind of make a video when after I take a test, and like there's like a huge gap, and I'm like, where'd you go? So then it goes to April, and in April, same thing. I will study from December-ish. Kind of not really December because that's like around Christmas time, and I'm kind of lazy to study. It'll be January, February, March, April. So you take April. It's like mid-April or beginning of April. So those will be the months I'll be gone again. I'll be not making videos, or I'll go to like one YCS or one regionals in like Las Vegas or something like that. But I kind of like don't want to waste my Saturdays on like events because, especially when I have an invite already, there's no really point to keep playing. But yeah, I didn't want to waste my Saturdays to, go to play because I wanted to study. I wanted to pass this thing, and the reason why you want to pass the PE is because without the PE or professional engineering license, PE, I'll call it PE now. That's what people call it. You gotta stamp plans. So if you don't have PE, you can't stamp plans, and that means that you can only be a helper until you can stamp plans. So let's say I would design a building, right? If I don't have PE, I can't stamp the building saying and prove that I am liable for this building. And yeah, so you can only, if you're in EIT or engineering training, you can only work on it, and someone else stamps it for you. So between the EIT and the PE, there's a huge money difference. I think it's about $30,000 difference passing, or $20,000 difference. It depends on where your company works at. I think other states is actually more competitive because there's not a lot of engineers in other states besides like California is really like where it's at, I guess. And there's a lot of building high rises and stuff, so you need to have stamp to be even competitive to get like a raise or promotion. So I really want to get that as something like personally my career goals to get that PE. So I kind of put YouTube to the side, and like whenever I always say this, but like whenever I have free time, I'd rather play Yu-Gi-Oh than make videos. So this little free time that I had, I would rather play Yu-Gi-Oh and go and do a book, play a game or two, hang out with friends. So making videos is kind of on the back burner until I passed the PE. So that's what happened. So in April in 2017, I failed again. I failed both exams of the survey. I'm sorry, the seismic and the 8-hour, and I was like, fuck, dude, this sucks. Because like you put all the time in and like you don't get results. It kind of sucks. And it's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh where like you've been practicing for months and months and months and you don't even get a top. It sucks. So yeah, I was kind of depressed. I won't say depressed, but I was really sad that I had to go study again because I study a lot. Like I think in total I'd say I studied about 600 hours, 300 for the 8-hour test, and then like 150 to 200 for the seismic, and then like about 100 to 50 for survey. Especially when UCI doesn't teach survey and seismic, you kind of gotta learn that by your own. But yeah, it sucked. And then you would say like, oh, like you finish in October, what happens to November and December? And you finish in April, what happens to like the summer? So the thing about my company is that, or my line of industry is that there's really 2 hot seasons in my industry. It's usually December and around summertime. So December, the reason why it's really hot in December is because if you guys don't know, you pay taxes to your state, and your state gives the tax money to agencies to do things that they want to do with it. So let's say, let's give an example to schools, right? So a school, you pay taxes, and then the state gives money to your local school district, and the school district has this money, and if they don't use it all, the next year, the state's gonna be like, oh, you didn't use it all, so we're gonna give you less money this year, the following year. So what schools do is that they push for the end of the year to burn all the budget up to say that, oh, we used this $100 million to build everything we did. So we use all the whole money. If they only use $50 million, then the next year they're only going to get like 75 or 50 million. This is an example, but pretty much that's how it works. So if you don't use it all, you lose it, and you get less the next year. So that's why a lot of districts and like a lot of people we work with, they kind of push for December and November to get projects out and just to burn the budget and just get it to get your plans way in line for the plan checking. If you guys interested in civil engineering, I can talk more about that. But this is just what happened to me. Not only that, like I kind of not stay overtime during that time of the year because I'm studying. I didn't want to do like 10-hour days, so I would do 8 hours and just go home and study, right? So it kind of just kept stacking up until November and December, and I ended up doing like 60 to 80 hours a week during that time. So obviously 60 to 80 hours, that would be 12-hour days. So you go in at 8 and leave around 9 because you have 1 hour lunch, so it's 13 hours actually. So yeah, that would be like my life this November and December. So same thing with summer. The reason why during summer is really busy, or before summer, because summer starts in June. Like you guys get out of school in June. April to June, same thing. They want to get the plans in to start building the summer, because summer is where, for school especially, because summer is where people do the majority of the building, because kids aren't on campus, so they can close the whole school off and just start building. So yeah, that's 2 times are really busy. Or the off seasons for PE. So my whole life is busy. So the little free time I have is gonna be me playing Yu-Gi-Oh or hanging out with friends. So that was my life. And coming October again, that's what happened again. Since I failed both tests, I had to study again since August, and that's where I am right now in October. And right now it's November 13 or 14, something like that. I finished PE. We opened our store up. There's gonna be Thanksgiving coming up, and I am switching jobs. So that's where I'm at. My new job is going to be a government job, and it's going to be a little more relaxed, where I have more free time. There's not be like a little where I worked before was a private firm, and they kind of just kept pushing you to just get things done, because if you're slow, then they're not making money. But I'm not saying bad to my company; it was a good company. But I just wanted a more relaxed job. Also, I wanted more time to dedicate to my store, and if I worked at where I'm working now, I wouldn't have the time to go to my store on the weekends, and I didn't want to work that many hours anymore. And a lot of things I do is at night. So if I'm coming home at 9 or 10, like Jonathan and Johnny are asleep, and they can't really Skype with me, and we can't really talk about business. So that's what happened. That's why I kind of changed jobs. Yeah, so now the government job, it's for sure 8 hours a day, unless there's overtime, but yeah, better benefits and stuff. So yeah, I'm with the government now, and 8-hour days. I have a store. Oh, also, I bought a house in June, so I was kind of busy on that too. House hunting is very crazy. If you don't have a realtor, it sucks doing it on your own. But if you have questions about buying a house too, you can let me know down below. I'll make another video for that. So yeah, pretty much this year has been really eventful. Nats was not. I kind of sucked at Nats. This was my first Nats where I kind of like didn't do that well. I usually go to the last round for most of my Nats, but this year, yeah, it sucked. Or major events too. Like all major events, I do really well, or not really well because I'm on top, but like I go to the last round or day 2, or I do like X2 or something like that. But like regionals is where I really really suck. But yeah, this is the first event where I didn't even day 2. So yeah. But YCS San Diego is coming up, and we will be there. I'll be with Simo and the regular crew. So yeah. Expect some more videos from me. Probably not deck profiles, unless we someone tops in my group. But yeah, expect more videos from me. I don't know how to do car videos. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm waiting for a client right now, and I'm kind of early in the meeting. So yeah, you have any questions about civil engineering or buying a house or life, opening a store? I don't know, man. Any questions? Comment down below. I'll make a video on that. Just trying to not brief because it's almost 16 minutes now, and it's not really brief, but it's kind of what happened to me. And I might do more car videos because it's kind of easy to do, and I can't just sit down and just do it while, I don't know, at home. I'm kind of lazy when I would go on the webcam. I'm like, oh, I don't want to edit. But yeah, well, it's really hot in here now. Maybe I'll open a window next time. But yeah, thanks for watching YouTube. It's if you stayed for the whole 16 minutes, 17 minutes almost, comment down below too. And I'll see you in the next one, YouTube. And see you, San Diego, over there. I'll see you. I still need my invite, so I don't know. I'll see you in Nats, but most likely I'll probably try to go to every event this year since I'm more free now. But yeah, I'll see you, YouTube. See you in San Diego if you're going. Say hi. Oh, also to the guy on at Nationals, he said hi to me, and I was like, whoa, you still know who I am? Thank you, guy. I forgot your name. But yeah, and also the guy who commented on my video saying that he was gonna report me for not making more videos. That made my day, actually. Yeah, thank you guys for still like following me and stuff. That's crazy, you know. I haven't made a video in a while, and I'm sorry, but you know, life comes first. And if that's probably a tip to you guys, if Yu-Gi-Oh's getting in the way of your life, you know, just stop Yu-Gi-Oh. It'll always be there for you because it's, you know, it's a game that's gonna go on forever. But you know, take care of your life, man. Take care of yourself. Eat healthy. I don't eat healthy, but you know, as people say, eat healthy. Take care of your family. Take care of your life. Take care of your money. Money is really difficult. If you don't have time, if you can't pay rent, don't buy like 3 Reapers, you know, or 3 Ghost Ashes. You know, take care of your rent, man. And yeah, I'll see you next one, YouTube. And thank you for watching. Bye.